Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. Okay, we've got a busy week ahead with a couple of central banks reporting and other data, employment data coming out in some countries. So let's start off looking at the euro dollar, and well, it started the morning well. It's pushing up there at the moment towards the 50 and 100 moving averages. That's sitting back up just slightly, well, so slightly above, nicely into that monthly pivot, and which would correspond with that trend line I've drawn on there. So that's sitting up there pretty much, just one to be watching for if we get into that sort of level. But at the moment it's still high lows, higher highs still running through this 4-hourly picture, and maybe yep, still sort of there. Actually, we did have a dip in the lower time frames here last week with the lower high come through, but well, it's looking okay at the moment. There's one thing to watch out for: we have got weekly pivots below, which sometimes draw the market quite quickly, but at the moment it does look like the upside may have it. We'll see. It could get overbought a bit too quickly and then reverse, but watching this carefully this morning, it's looking bullish at the moment. Dollar, yeah, pound dollar even. Brexit continues in the background there, but for now it recovered Friday. Today it's a very indecisive day here, not really going anywhere too far at the moment. Lots of indecision. Like on Friday, it's one of those days that it's possibly easier as the morning progresses to see which way it's going. Initially, at least Friday, I mean, it did continue in the same direction for the most of the day, but a very small move. The pivots are pinched up, as you can see at the moment. We do have the weekly pivots below. Nice target if it was to start selling off, because it lines up with all the lows previously, so it's sort of an achievable target by looks of things. If I was aiming for it, I'd probably aim just short of it, just to allow for these absolute lows which we saw before. But there was sort of certainly buying coming in at these this previous level around about the 132.10 mark. So if it does roll over, that's what I'd be looking for. If you start seeing anything promising upside wise, we've still got last week's high to sort of head for, but in the short term I'd be probably looking at the 33.60 area, which corresponds to the R2 as a max, unless something good came out in the news. Theresa May quits. No. Alright, okay, dollar yen, what for today then? It's still in this general upward trend. It's a bit more bitty in the short side. The weekly pivot sits below, which as ever can be a target earlier on, as I said, or it can be a target at any point. It does look like well, it's just consolidating where it is at the moment. Any shove up, we need to really break the 50 MA for me to really be happily bullish towards the R1, and that would be in with picture with the longer trend. So if that was to start moving, perhaps we'd get the momentum behind that. To the downside though, again, weekly pivots to the downside here. We had some funny old price action last week in some respects, and we saw it being used as people got a bit fearful. Money started running back to the dollar yen, so we could see that again. It certainly went on Friday. We could see a continuation. At the moment it's stalled where it's sitting. Right, let's see dollar yen. Okay, Aussie dollar. Well, news out on we've got news out tomorrow morning. We've got the monetary policy meeting minutes coming out 12:30 AM, which could certainly affect the Aussie, and then we got jobs reports later in the week on Thursday actually. So some data coming out this week, but at the moment erring a bit more bullish there. Higher low put in, I can see on this shorter time frames, here, has pushed that through this morning, running into its 200 at the moment. Whether it'll hold, we'll see. Again, weekly pivot sits below, so there is the potential for correlated move back to the weekly pivots, but at the moment maybe we're seeing a bit of dollar weakness and we'll see these markets push through. Not anything I'd look to be trading today on the Aussie with this big move up it had at 2 p.m. there. No news that I could see released. Reserve Bank of Australia. Oh no, it's not speaking till 10 p.m. so it's this evening. So not a lot going on there that I can see why the reason for the news there, but it has had a shove up there. I did see news that the Chinese talks may be delayed, and that wouldn't be necessarily good for the Aussie, but there we are. Canadian dollar, a bit more consolidated. It was making its route to the downside last week, at least part of it, and then choked. It could resume that movement if we're seeing a bit of dollar weakness coming through. We could see this rolling a little bit further. Invertedly, we got the weekly pivot above as a target if it was to push that way, but for now it's lower highs, lower lows. Moved quite well from later Friday afternoon. It's been pushing down. Maybe we'll see a bit more continuation there. So we've seen this in, this is correlated quite nicely with the yen in terms of its move. It would also move down, this less so, but it's done it through this morning. And we may be just seeing dollar weakness confirmed through these markets, but we'll watch out because it can soon flick back and catch us. So that's where we are for the moment. We do have lots of FOMC stuff out, US stuff even out on Wednesday. So we've got the economic projections and the fund rate, etc. It's not expected any changes will occur there, but of course it'll be looking for what the economic projections are. So certainly we've got data coming out next week, later in this week, which could affect the US dollar quite a bit. Right, that's pretty much it for me. Have a great week. Bye for now.